Hi, I'm Libby Gibson, Town Manager. Welcome to What's Going On in Town Government. We had a medium-sized board meeting last night, and here's what we did. Okay, I'm not going to skip the announcements because they've already happened now, but one announcement people should be aware of. The sewer director gave a little update about a project that's coming up. We're doing a collection system upgrade in the Surfside Road area, including around Bartlett, Surfside, down towards the plant, the treatment plant, and up around by Vesper area, that whole area. So our engineer is going to be doing some borings, some test borings to test the soils for the project. So if you see people sort of drilling into the road or the roadside in the next few weeks, that's what they're doing.
Oh, but Tom started it off, right? With
Tom Rafter?
Yeah.
Tom did, the airport manager. He came in and there was some comment a week or two ago at a board meeting about the fact that Rectrix is going out of business. And there was possibly some comments about why, or some speculation, possibly. I'm not even sure how to phrase it. And Tom came in and he wanted to correct some statements that he felt were inaccurate, and he's going to be giving us a letter. He basically was saying, I'm going to be giving you a letter to explain what really is going on.
What really
here.
happened?
Yeah.
But they are out.
They are out,
done.
Unfortunately.
So that leaves Cape Air. I was just over there, and by the way, just to help the guys out, they were very nice. There's a couple of guys there looking to hire some local people for the TSA.
They're always looking for those TSA people.
$44,000 a year, dental, everything included to start.
Well,
I'm not interested.
You're not?
But somebody else might be.
You could do that
I love
on
this
the side.
job. Are you kidding?
I know, you do. But you could do that TSA stuff on the side. You see
I don't think so.
all those people you meet, and you see all your friends.
I know. I think it looks like fun.
Yeah.
You could deal with a lot of people in their socks.
Yeah, all those socks. Anyway, God bless them. We would be in a lot of trouble without them.
Right.
All right, so we had a resignation from the Finance Committee. David Worth is resigning. Has been the chairman for a while now and been on the FinCom for several years, maybe almost closer to 10.
Wow.
And so we're going to be advertising for that position, and we want to make an appointment as soon as possible because the FinCom is starting right now to get into the warrant and the budget and everything else good that leads up to town meeting.
Why do you have to advertise for it? Can't they just get somebody from within that somebody wants it? Is it a paid position? No.
It's a volunteer position. The Finance Committee, Gino.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, they're not paid.
So why aren't they bringing somebody up that's already on the committee?
No, this is a vacancy. He's getting off of the committee, so now his position has to be filled, and there's already people on the committee.
Okay, but somebody in the committee wouldn't want that position?
Okay. Let me re-explain.
I'm confused.
Okay. David, never mind that I said he's the chairman of FinCom. He's on the Finance Committee. He's getting off. So now we're going to fill that position. The FinCom itself will decide who's going to become the chairman going forward.
Okay, sorry. So I thought he was the chairman.
Okay, he was the chairman, but now he's off the committee.
So you need to advertise to get someone else on the committee.
Correct.
Got it. They'll decide who's going to be the chairman. Thank you.
Yeah. I know. Usually Thursday mornings are bad for me, not you.
No, I'm with it. I already had coffee.
Okay. So we also gave our annual budget presentation to the board. Fiscal 21, our upcoming fiscal year, town administration gives the board, per charter, we are supposed to provide them with an annual budget recommendation, basically. So we did that last night.
That was interesting, Libby.
That's a big deal. We spent a lot of time on that. It's about 100.
About 100 million.
100,
the town takes in.
106-ish, if we want to be technical about it.
Yeah.
Well, we take in a combination of property taxes, local receipts, state aid, fees and permit revenue,
Most of it's
things like
property
that.
tax.
The bulk of it is property tax. Yes. So we're going to have a bit of a tight year without freeing up some revenue. So without getting into a lot of detail, let me back up a little bit. The documents that we were talking about last night are on the website, and the board will be talking about the budget again, probably at its meeting next week. And then on January 8th, which is the next meeting after the holidays, they will have a public hearing. We have an annual budget hearing. If people want to come and comment on the budget, they are totally free to do that. The board will endorse a budget at that point, and then it will go to the Finance Committee and proceed through that process. Our recommendations right now are to seek an operating override to relieve the general fund of a subsidy that goes to the island home. And there's it's not a subsidy, but there's also additional funds that have about doubled from last year for the NRTA year-round service. It was around $400,000-ish prior to the year-round service. Now it's about $800-ish, a little more than that.
That's a big jump.
It's a big jump because year-round service.
Right, okay.
So the island home takes up a good amount of the general fund in, as departmental budgets go, and they've been using their retained earnings to fund the budget, which is similar to using free cash to fund the budget, which is a big do not do that ever. But we've been doing that for the island home. So the idea is to seek an operating override that would fund the island home, and that would free up the general fund to fund other town programs, positions, initiatives, things like that. So the board has been discussing this for months now, and they discussed it last year and the year before. So we're getting closer to deciding whether or not we're going to do that again, or not again, whether or not we're going to proceed with this idea of an override for the island home at the 2020 annual town meeting. There's still going to be more discussion about this. This is not the end of it.
Of course not. I mean, what are the options?
Well, the options are what we're sort of facing right now. We have to not do anything new at the town, and eventually we'd probably have to cut some positions or programs.
I see.
In order to keep funding the island home.
I mean, we don't have a choice. We have to do that. There's
Exactly.
nothing on the horizon.
Or raise revenue.
Raise-
And there may be other areas to raise revenue, like increasing fees and permits, but that is not going to bring in a lot of money. It's not going to bring in anywhere near enough to do something meaningful in the general fund budget.
Would you say that this issue with our island home has been just something we've been just kicking the can down the road for years? And that we should
To some
probably-
extent, yes, but we've also been struggling with what are we going to do with it? Are we going to build a new building? Are we going to downsize? Are we going to combine it with something else? Are we going to close it? Nobody really wants to do that, but
No.
it is a very costly operation, and it's not typical for a municipality to operate a skilled nursing facility. There are a lot of issues with that. So we are doing our best to figure out how to keep it going in a affordable manner,
And
but
the
without
hospital-
compromising
the hospital
care.
would not-
We talked to the hospital when they were building their new facility, planning for the building of the new facility, and there was a discussion at that time of, can the hospital take this over? I believe there was a resounding no, thank you.
Okay.
Not to put words in their mouths, they could answer it for themselves, but it wouldn't be atypical for a hospital to operate a nursing home. That is what happens on the Vineyard, for example.
I see.
But our
it's not
situation's a little bit different.
Right. And it's not like we have private people not trying to knock down the door to take
Right.
that over, do we?
Oh, no, it's not profitable at all.
I see.
It's the opposite of profitable.
Yeah.
So it's, it's an ongoing
Gotta take
thing
care
to
of it.
figure out. So the budget presentation took a little while. And again, they'll probably discuss it again at their meeting next week. We then had a census update, 2020 census update. And there's a lot of things getting together to get the census underway. A census coordinator has been hired. There's federal funds for some of this in local communities. And I think the theme kind of is to capture the hard to count population. And we really want to try to get the word out and do a lot of outreach to get a very accurate count here. There are federal and state funds and programs that rely on an accurate count. So we want
I'll be
to
taking
do that.
Mrs. Turk.
Mrs. Turk, yes.
I'll be taking her for a drive around.
Oh, good.
So-
Martha Turk, do you know
Martha.
her?
I met her last
But
night and I told her
did you
that
know her
that would be-
before?
No,
Okay.
not really. I've
She's
seen
been
her
here
around.
quite a long time.
Yeah, no, I've seen her around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was my neighbor at Fisher's Landing one year when I had a winter rental out there. And that's how I got to know her.
Okay.
Hi, Martha.
Nice.
Also, the board adopted its 2020 select board meeting schedule. So that will get posted online. And there's not too much of a change from what we've been doing, although we've been doing in the summer, June, July, and August, the board's been meeting 2 times a month. And we added a couple of meetings, so it's a little bit more like 3 times a month. So that is what happened last night. Next week at the board meeting, December 18th, we've got annual license renewals. We've got 2020 annual town meeting review, warrant article review. There's also a vacancy on the Conservation Commission, and we've been advertising for that. So the candidates who are applying will have a chance to speak on their applications next week. The budget discussion, like I said, is probably going to continue. I think we have a public hearing on landfill fee increases. This is for commercial businesses. So like if you have a restaurant or a lodging house or something like that. We've been, every couple of years, increasing the fees by the CPI. So they're expected to go up by about 2%, I believe, is the CPI for this. Bike share. A few weeks ago, the board agreed to allow a pilot bike share program for next year. And they are going to be adopting the requirements for that. And then we will be looking at and then we will put an ad out in the paper, probably and online. Whoever will be seeking an operator so they can apply for it in accordance with these requirements that we're going to set out. And whoever, is the best fit will recommend to the board to give it to this group or person, and they will launch a bike share next summer.
So the requirements will be done?
So the board will be adopting the requirements next
That might
week.
take a while.
Well, we have some we're going to have recommended
okay.
requirements. They're not going to be trying to think of them on their own.
Oh, right.
But they're pretty standard. The licensing agent and licensing coordinator, administrator, Amy Baxter, and Mike Burns, transportation planner, have been sort of polling other towns to see what they do with bike share programs. So I think we have a pretty good idea of what you need to have in place, and they've talked to them about, pitfalls and stuff like that.
Do we know how many places around town they would go?
I don't know if we know that right this moment, but the operator would have to tell us where those locations are. They would have to have a list of them. There could be many, but we would want a list of where they are. The idea would be you can't just dump your bike share bike anywhere. You have to put it back in a designated area. Okay, so the agenda for next week is still a bit under development, but those are the big things that are happening. And then we don't meet the next 2 weeks, the 25th and the 1st, obviously.
Yep.
And then we're back at it on January 8th. So Gino, big things going on this weekend. Big things.
Yes. I'll be at both of them.
Okay, so there's the two we know of on Saturday are the December Delight.
Everybody's got to go to that.
Everybody's got to go to that, including the parents of senior high school students. Required, mandatory. I happen to be one of those. And so there's been many emails emphasizing the word mandatory. So
And,
I do not want to fall down on this.
Don't you have something special that you're sharing at the December Delight?
Yes, I do. I have some baked goods.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm going to have one.
Yeah, you
for
are.
sure.
You're going to buy one, is what you're going to do.
I'm going to buy one.
Everybody had to make 5 items. Home. I don't know if it has to be homemade. Mine are homemade, of course. So, duh. For those who know that I'm really good at making brownies, there will be some brownies there. Not a whole ton, though. I've focused on something else.
Oh.
Lemon poppy seed cake.
Ooh.
Yeah. We were advised that people want to buy like cakes or loaves or things like that. They don't want to buy. They want to buy things that they can like bring to somewhere, a party or whatever. So this would be the perfect thing. So there's the December Delight, Saturday, high school, 9 to 3. There's a hockey game at 3.
Yep.
High school, first
See you
home
there.
game. See you
Yep.
there.
Yeah.
And on Sunday, there's a concert at the high school at 4:30.
Ooh.
Cape Cod's, I'm probably not going to get this right, Cape Cod Symphony.
Ooh, that'll be
Holiday concert. It's supposed to be really good.
Wow. Put
Yeah.
you right in the spirit.
Right
What a
in the
weekend
spirit.
of
Oh,
Delight.
totally, literally. And so that's what's happening. I've been so focused on the budget and town meeting. I'm not even sure what else is
You
going
got
on
a
in
nice
town
round of
government.
applause, by the way. That was
very
a
nice.
surprise. Everybody just
Shock.
kind of like,
I was in complete shock.
Did you almost start crying?
I wouldn't go that far. Because sometimes there's something else that comes after that. Let's not.
But that
It's
was
nice.
Yeah, that was great, Libby.
It was very nice, yes. The board said some kind words about the time and effort it takes to present the budget, and so I really appreciated that. But as I was trying to say at the meeting, it's a team effort.
Oh yeah.
I have a really good team of department heads and people, those who are focused in the finance department and my own department on working on the budget. The board, of course, is central to all of this, and the finance committee. So it's become very much of a team approach. I would say school as well. They're totally involved.
Yeah, yeah.
What else you got?
That's it. I think that's about it.
So we might have a hiatus then for Christmas, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
next week will be,
We're gonna take, yeah.
we'll do
take a
next week, and
couple of
then,
weeks. Yeah.
are you going off for some big trip again?
Yeah, I will be. I'll see you in.
So then we're gonna have a really
see you
long
in April,
hiatus. Yeah,
probably,
April.
unless you want to have somebody else do this.
Like who? We've had some fill-ins from time to time.
We have.
It's not the same banter,
No, it
though.
isn't.
Yeah. People like the banter. So I'm told. All right. Okay.
But we got to do business. I mean, this is a serious show.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I have to get to work. Look at this. I put a stack of papers over here. So
Okay.
don't think this is it.
All right. I won't.
All right. Thank you very much. See you next time.